Hello, everyone. I'm Paul Dummy-Bletter, the editor of CDN Computer Dealer News, and welcome to our special edition Women in IT channel video series. With me here today is Siobhan Byron, the president of Forsythe Technology Canada. Thanks a lot for joining us today.
Thank you, Paolo.
Siobhan, tell me, why aren't more young women involved in IT today?
Well, actually, Paolo, I think it's an interesting question, but I think there is a lot more involved today than there were, say, 20 years ago when I joined. So I think women are now seeing that there's a lot of opportunity that IT offers, and they're now joining. So I think more than ever, we're seeing more today than ever before. And also there's a lot more vehicles to help women in IT, such as the mentorship programs. You know, CATA has a Women in IT program, and even in Ontario, there's a new program within the CIO organization.
Do you see yourself more as a mentor towards women, or does it really mean women and men in terms of your team in Forsythe?
Both.
Yeah.
I mean, I see myself as a mentor, and I've taken on mentorship roles for anybody that, you know, I can assist, or whether it's through a formal program or an informal program, offering a little advice, my perspective, my experiences. And I think that anybody in the industry should be seeking that out, because it helps give you a different perspective, and that can help you in determining what's the right path for you.
You must think that it's going to be a lot easier to attract more young women in IT, seeing someone as yourself in a presidential role than it was before.
Well, I think it shows that it's possible, right? That it isn't the completely male-dominated industry that it was previously. So I think it's good that they're, you know, for instance, what CDN has done in highlighting 20 women, I think is an excellent opportunity for young women to look at the roles and the diversity even within that group of women and the different opportunities that we're all pursuing. So I think it shows that the opportunities are there. Now it's about going out and finding what's right for you and following up on that.
From your experience, you're born and raised in Ireland. What were some of the challenges you faced in kickstarting your career?
Well, I think the challenges that I faced were not specific to where I live, but actually, you know, pretty global challenge in determining what's the best fit for you. IT is such a diverse industry, and there are so many roles that you can take on. You can work in many different industries in different countries. So how do you find what's right for you? I think you need to take a candid look at your skills and your interests, and then figure out what's the right opportunity for you. You know, for me, for instance, when I was starting off in younger days in my career, I was interested in travel a lot. So, you know, if I had taken a role in maybe a government department or an IT shop that required me to be seated in one location, that wouldn't have necessarily been the right fit for me. So I've been very fortunate to take advantage of the opportunities that IT allows, and it's allowed me pursue my interests such as travel. And I think, you know, what I've also done is use my network and also use mentors and get their perspective. And I think that that's a very important thing for people to do. Find out and align with your skills and your interests, and you're going to be the most successful you can be.
One of the more interesting things that we found out in this project was that from the women that we talked to, a lot of them didn't feel that, you know, they had to break through into the male-dominated industry, but more as they were a part of a team and they wanted to do the best for their employer or for their customer. Was it the same for you?
Absolutely, Paolo. I mean, for me, it's always been focused on doing the best job I can, you know, obviously aligned with the organizational goals, and satisfying the customer, you know. That has to be the focus. And if you're focused on that, then everything else just falls into place.
So, but still, did you ever like see yourself surrounded by, you know, males, and then thought, oh my God, what am I doing here?
Well, I've seen myself surrounded by a lot of men in the business context, but you know, have I thought, what am I doing here? No, because I'm enjoying what I'm doing, and as long as you're enjoying it, and you know, I think I've been reasonably successful. So, you know, I focus on doing the best job I can, and as long as I've done that, the rest, you know, has not been a focus for me.
As a leader, how does diversity benefit Forsythe from an internal perspective and externally from a customer point of view?
I think diversity gives you a very broad base to build your solutions and your organization from. So it's really important in order to get as many different perspectives, different views into the solutions, for instance, that you're crafting. And I think if you don't include the diversity, then you're missing an opportunity, really, and you're risking not developing or not bringing to market the best possible solutions for your customer. Because, you know, if you look at every customer has unique needs, regardless of, you know, even if they're within the same industry or the same country, they've all got different needs. So you need to represent and ensure you've got diversity to do the best job possible, and that's my opinion.
Now, Forsythe is totally employee-owned. Does that make a difference in terms of your diversity goals?
I don't know if that specifically enhances
In terms of like comparing it to some of the other stops in your career?
It certainly does bring a unique perspective. I think because we're employee-owned, everybody is focused on doing the right thing for our customers, and it brings a unique ownership perspective. So that does make it different from the other organizations that I've worked for, yes.
Now, one of the things that you strive for is to have fun at what you do and in the workplace. What are some of the fun aspects of IT that you can pass along to young women who may want to join the IT field?
Well, I think, again, it comes back to finding out the right place for you and doing something you enjoy. So for me, as I mentioned earlier in my career, I was really interested in doing travel. And, you know, IT is one of those industries that, or professions that allows you to work in many industries in many countries. And so, you know, IT has given me the opportunity to work in an extensive number of countries and locations. And it's allowed me the ability to meet many great people, form lifelong friendships, you know, I have very fond memories of, and I think ultimately it's enhanced my work experience. So, you know, that's certainly one thing that has really fun about IT for me. And of course it's the ability to work with some great people, and, you know, a lot of industries offer that, but it's finding the right people in the right roles. And right now I'm very fortunate to have moved on to a different stage of my career where, you know, I'm interested in building something, and I found that great opportunity at Forsythe. And once again, IT is giving me, you know, new and challenging opportunities, and I think that keeps it fun.
One of the misnomers is that the IT industry is filled with geeks, and that's one of the reasons why young women don't want to join it. Obviously, you know, you don't look like a geek, you don't act like you're not a geek, but what are some of the things that you try to say to young women to encourage them to join the IT field?
Again, I think, you know, articles like what you've done can highlight the different opportunities within IT. I think it's about, you know, doing your research as well. What is it that you're interested in? There are many different facets to IT. You know, as you mentioned, the geeks, I mean, that's typically the one that people associate, you know, you're a real technical person. But there's other roles. There's the systems analysis side. There's project management. There's many different areas. So again, it comes back to take your skill set, take your interests, and take a look at the IT industry and figure out, is there a role in there for you? And, you know, most likely there's opportunity there. So if you're interested in IT, then take a good look, reach out to your network, go seek out somebody in a role and ask their advice. They're the best people to give you feedback on, you know, how they got there, what it takes, what sort of skill set, and then go with it from there.
Thank you very much for your time, Siobhan. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Paolo.
And thank you for watching our Women in IT channel video series. I'm Paolo Damibato for CDN Computer Dealer News. Thanks for watching.